up, y'all? Good Monday. Good to see y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know, this is TFG Tonight, and I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. And this is the best morning show that you can watch at night. Y'all listen, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny.
I'm trying to be nice.
Black said we got two Americans.
Let's say to my brother Black, man, I think you could be a preacher. I ain't never heard somebody that use a curse word and then read a scripture right after.
So let me state for the record, I am a misogynist. You know,
Pull out your card, Doc. He's
and I'm a chauvinist as well. Anybody who knows me knows that.
That's right. That is
Now I can go back to minding my own business. Either that boy is Benjamin Button or somebody lying.
And listen, and that boy may be mentally 12, but he's 34.
You bad boy, you don't do it again.
I'll let Black articulate a little bit better than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's good for the soul. It's like medicine, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's all I gotta say. I wish I had one of them applause buttons to, like it.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
And happy Memorial Day, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's good to see y'all today. I'm excited to be in the house with all the family members and all you all that ain't doing nothing for the holidays. And well, we just want to have I guess at the end of the day, you sit down at the table, card, domino, and just have a little conversation with the family. So listen, y'all, everybody's here, gentlemen, madam, good to see y'all. We've eaten, celebrated, watched the Mavericks win, and man, it's time to talk a little bit now. Y'all know how everything winded down, while the folks in there washing dishes. Y'all doing all right today?
I'm good. Good, brother.
Good. I am excited, man. So let me go on, give them a spill. Y'all know how we do. Talking points, tip jars. If we say something you like, share a little something at the bottom, please, by all means. And we got a lot to talk about too. So we should earn a few of y'all nickels tonight. So, but first we want to say Happy Memorial Day. To all you all. I had to make sure I had this right. We are celebrating those who have died in service.
Right.
Okay.
We remembering those. So I don't know if we should be saying happy because it's in memorial. So we just want to say
my mom.
Hopefully. So you don't probably want to say happy.
Well, then how do you celebrate it?
You just say
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Unless you have somebody that you know that's close that you lost, during Vietnam or
any of the wars.
Okay. Well, hey, listen, I don't mind being corrected, especially with me. So we just do we celebrate it?
You observe it.
You observe it. It's an observation. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Brother Black.
Okay. Well, man. All right. Well, it's Memorial Day, and should we do a moment of silence? Okay. We'll move on. All right. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, listen, I don't know who brought it up, and okay, there it is.
Yeah,
I guess. All right. So listen, we'll get the show started. How about that? Yeah, that was just a epic fail of trying to.
No, it wasn't a failure, brother. We just having a conversation at the table. It's all.
You're right. You're right. But there are people out there that they feel good when you jack something up. So
that's true too. You're right.
But see, I watch Eminem. I know you tell on yourself for anybody else tell on. All right. So listen. Apparently, we have come into the age of the Jetsons. Apple actually is providing us with an opportunity to have home robots. I know that Roto-Rooter. I know sister probably got one. You know them things right around your house.
Roomba? I have a Roomba.
See, how did I know? I ain't set foot in that woman's house. I already know. You got a Roomba. Now, is that considered a robot?
Yep. It is.
Yep.
Okay. And it's supposed to be able to do things on its own, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. But it don't work on carpet, do it?
Yeah.
Actually, they do.
Yeah.
It has a software program that it will lift up a little bit to get over a rug and then lower off the rug.
I am behind. I am way behind.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have one. I've never used it.
Oh, you
Really?
got one too?
I have one. I've just
Okay.
never used it.
Well, listen.
Bring your mic down, Lee.
I'm gonna give you my address
There you
after we get off of there. Just send me yours. Let me borrow it.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Apple is reporting. Apple reportedly is exploring personal home robots. It says that Apple is exploring the development of personal home robots after ditching its electric vehicle project. That's funny. It says engineers have been looking into a robot that can follow users around their homes, as well as a tabletop device that uses robotics and adjusts a display screen. Apple in February shut down its electric vehicles to start this project. So I don't know. I mean, if you got a Rumba, sister, you want a robot following you around?
These type of things, I need it to be out for a while before I try. Roomba's been out for a long time, so I already kind of knew how those work. So
Right.
I don't try new stuff. That ain't
Okay, right. I mean, Kenny, we trying the iRobot thing to follow around.
What up, Rick? Hey, what up, CT? What's good?
Right.
I don't know. I want to get more information on what Brother Lee and Sister Devin. What is it? Rumba?
It's like Roomba.
Yeah,
Rumba.
It's a vacuum
okay.
cleaner. It's a vacuum cleaner. Basically.
It's just a vacuum cleaner. It doesn't do anything else, but just
vacuums.
vacuum the
Vacuums,
floor.
and then they have one that vacuums and mops.
Oh, okay.
but it's a smart device that basically it detects objects and it learns as it goes.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
It learns the house, huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. So yeah, this I don't know. It doesn't really specify, other than the home robot project is still in its early research, but it doesn't specify what it's going to be able to do. So, Black, what would you want a robot made by Apple to have the capabilities of doing?
So here's the reality. It's not new. It's new to America. We're way behind.
Wow.
In Japan, they've been using robotics. They've already replaced customer service they have fully operational robots operating, doing customer service positions. And so we're behind.
Wow.
I've been saying this for a long time. We as Americans, we no longer are pioneers, inventors, innovators. We don't invent anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're famous for buying shit, but we don't create anything anymore. And so Apple and Facebook have been trying to get in on this for a long time. So the virtual reality, this is already here. And jokingly, y'all have heard me talk about getting a robot woman. It's here. It's not coming. It's here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No pun intended.
Well, he may mean it. So, okay, well, just quickly, just for those in the back that really don't pay attention, would you want the same robot to clean your house as well as clean your clock and all those other parts you need to clean out?
For me, yeah.
Okay, well, good. Well, man, hopefully they'll have a 2-in-1 for you. So you know what I'm saying.
I think I saw one on TikTok that was following the dude around, like got out of his car with him and like followed him like into the store and kind of acted like a shopping cart that kind of followed him around. You know what I'm saying? I can see that being helpful to some people, but I also can see that being a hazard to people that are around it, as far as a tripping hazard or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Whole Foods already has test stores where robots do your shopping. It's here. It's already here.
The biggest thing, I think, the price. I think, as consumers,
Correct.
You want to know what the price is going to be.
Correct.
Oh, it's gonna be high.
Have they said what? Have they said what the price could be?
No.
Well, I've been pricing the women, so I keep up with that.
What's she at now, Doc? Because you ain't got her yet, so she must be still.
No. They've got them down to about 3,500. So I figure a couple of more Christmas sales. I get them down to 1,500. I bring one of them in here.
Man, how many $7 a day is that?
Yeah. He got to worry about paying $7 a day.
Yeah. Well, them girls better help get in there because once you get that,
right. It's a wrap. Yeah, that's a wrap for them.
They better outdo it.
Yes. Well, listen, y'all. Black made a good point. It just segues right into this moment. We just like to shop. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I had a horrible experience, and I said, "What up, dude? Good to see you." I had a horrible experience. I say horrible, but it wasn't an experience. I had an epiphany that it scared me. Mm-hmm. And this is what happened. I told my wife she wanted to move a Fire Stick from one TV to another. And I was like, well, you know what? It's probably time for us to get a new one for my bedroom. And so we can stop just moving stuff around. I mean, it's being cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so just go, because the one I got is old. I got a Cube. And so I said, why don't we just move that one there and then I just get a new one? So again, I'm out there queuing. She orders it about 6-7 o'clock that evening. I'm up this morning. She said, hey, get that thing out the porch. I said, it's already here? Yeah. When I tell you that what is that called? What you have when that not the endorphins, the dopamine hit that I got. I was like, the satisfaction. I was like, that was fast.
Yep.
Right. I said, this is scary. Yep. Is that what you be getting, sister, when you do that? Did you get them dopamine hits like that?
First of all, I think that's my classmate. Hey, Darius, what's up, dude?
Oh, yeah. Hey, what up, Darius? What up, classmate? What's good?
Yes, sir.
And
what up, Bama girl? How you doing?
But it depends, because Amazon, because y'all ass done caught on. I can't get my stuff as quick as I used to. So now I done signed up for Walmart. And earlier I was about to make my chicken salad, and I realized that I didn't have celery. So I ordered it from Walmart, and I had that plus some other stuff, within an hour.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
So I still do my Amazon for the stuff I need overnight, but I do my Walmart to get it within, they say 75 minutes, but he was here within about 45 minutes. So.
Yo, that's crazy. Listen, I got nervous because I said, hey, don't start going on Amazon looking for stuff that you want and you have it here in less than 12 hours. I said, I can see now why people are going crazy. Amazon is going to eventually become an addiction, like gambling.
Not eventually. It already it's already there. It's not.
Yeah, we've been past that.
Yeah,
I'm talking about worse though. It's like gambling has. Well, I'm saying like gambling has.
No, it's there, Brendan. No, it's there, Brendan. It's there.
Maybe your wife, right?
I worked in an Amazon warehouse. I know. I saw it.
Hold on, Kenny. Say that one more time, sister, so I can make sure everybody hear that.
Maybe your wife act right, but we already don't act right. I get a package almost every day. I mean, you don't understand.
What?
Right.
Oh man, I'm gone.
I had to break myself, and then there's a new one I want to introduce y'all to, Temu.
Yep.
That stuff is cheap, man.
Nope.
Temu did me dirty one too many times, Black. I can't do it.
But hey, I'm with Black. He right, Temu.
What are y'all buying from Temu?
Because here's the thing. You're right. This is the problem, though. You have to know what certain things to order. I tried them before the 50th, and what's crazy is they have everything.
But the quality is whack, though, right?
Into the addiction part, when you put it in order, every single day, multiple times through the day, Temu sends you emails saying, we got a prize for you, we got a gift for you, we got this for you.
Bro,
they do.
Listen, they do. I want y'all to know that is the same dopamine hit that folks get from smoking crack.
Yep.
LSD.
Right.
All that y'all be.
Yep.
Okay. That's why they don't bring.
It's some good stuff on Temu. I've got quite a few things from Temu.
Yes, it is.
Man,
don't buy clothes. I bought a nice blazer for work. I feel like that's something I made.
Hey, lady D, I bought some clothes. I bought more shirts. I bought some shorts.
Me too.
Shirts.
Not
Matter of fact, this shirt I got on is from Temu. Matter of fact.
Oh, you got lucky. I had to go back to Sheen because they did me dirty too. Did they?
Yeah, they did you dirty. Okay.
This is one addiction I'm gonna stay far away from. I don't want food, child. This is a problem.
Tell your wife, she needs to start buying in bulk, like, because I get all my paper towels, toilet paper, dish detergent, everything.
Where they really get you is the household stuff. Once again, this stuff is made in China.
Yep.
Any kind of gadget, household, this, that, the other, you can think of. They got stuff that if you look through it, you ain't even thought. I didn't even know. You'd be like, I didn't even know I needed that.
Right. Yeah. Right. I'm with you. Yep.
The family chiming in.
And I'm really trying to. I'm thinking about deleting that app because I really am sick of these days on text messages, emails that they trying to get me, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Stop it. I ain't trying to mess with y'all.
You just got to do you dirty one good time. I knew I was gonna get screwed. I think I had 47 pieces, and I paid $104. I should have known better.
You're right.
Yep. You're right. But the one that's really bad is Wish. Do not order anything from Wish.
I gave them up. I've been gave them up.
Wish will have you looking like a straight ghetto whatever. The mirror you get won't even show you. It'll show the back of your head and you looking at the front. Do not order from Wish. So y'all don't mess with Wish.
What? Oh man, I am staying way away from this situation. Then I did not know that. But I want y'all to know I experienced what you guys are going through now. Yesterday, I said I'm not. That was scary. The satisfaction I felt was like, ooh. I was saying, well, wait a minute. I don't need nothing, and I just moved on. Okay. Well, I didn't know it was that bad, but here we go. Listen, Sherry, good to see you. I'm so glad you.
Much love to you, Sherry.
Listen,
we love you.
Welcome.
We're glad you're doing well.
I'm glad the whole family doing good. So thank you. And
you're so welcome. You were on my brain until it was confirmed you were good. So then
I told my sis how this family here.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Y'all prayers went up.
We down.
Love y'all.
Hey, listen. You know I'm gonna always find you somewhere. Hey, man, good to see
Tamar,
you.
What's up, Tamar? How you doing?
Tamar must know something about that wish then.
She know. I know. Tamar know.
Nah, y'all better stay out for that. Y'all don't fool with it. They ain't gonna get you nowhere. All right. Well, listen, y'all. We're gonna get here early because we got quite a few to talk about. But go on, brother Kenny. What you got for us today?
Yeah. We had a lot going on. I'm gonna run through a couple of things real quick. Then we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes. I gotta send out condolences to the NBA family, to the Walton family. We lost a Hall of Famer today. Bill Walton died at the age of 71 from his bout from cancer. He was a long-time NBA television analyst, but he also, he was part of that UCLA dynasty back in the early 70s. He won 2 national championships. He was a #1 draft pick. He won a title with the Portland Trailblazers. He was an MVP. He had some foot injuries that kind of derailed his career. He ended up hooking up with the Celtics and won a couple of championships with them. So, wanted to just say peace be upon him, peace to his family, peace to the NBA, to Bill Walton. Now, let's talk about the NBA. Right now, we got the conference finals going on. Eastern Conference Finals is popping off right now. We got the Pacers and the Celtics is about to go to halftime, and it's a slight lead for the Celtics. They up 3-0 in this series. I think they're going to go ahead and shut this thing down. Tyrese Halliburton is not playing for the Pacers tonight, but it's going to be tight. So that's what we're talking about. We're going to talk about the Mavericks, and we're going to talk about the Mavericks in a minute. We're going to get back to them in Timberwolves. But, last week we talked about Coach Prime, right? Y'all remember we talked about Coach Prime? We staying in the Sanders family today. We're talking about his second oldest son, Shiloh. If you hadn't heard, he filed bankruptcy back in October of 2023. And the reason being, he's trying to escape a assault case that happened back in 2015 when he was 15 years old in high school in Dallas. He was a student at the AAA Academy. Long story short, they had a no phone use policy at the school. He was on the phone. A security guard was called in to the classroom to bring him to the office to take his phone. Got him to the office. He called his mother, Pilar. Then Coach Prime called to the office and told that security guard take his phone. He went to take Shiloh's phone, and a scuffle ensued. Then this security guard said that he a lot of injuries. He had some neck, back, other injuries. He would have then filed a lawsuit in 2016, and Shiloh would not appear for the court hearing in 2022. The jury awarded this security guard $11.89 million judgment in this lawsuit. And then here we are now. Shiloh would file bankruptcy in February of this year, and he would tell the judge that he don't feel like he should have to pay this judgment. And now here we are, but the security guard is trying to go after that NIL money. That's what's the problem. So here we are. What you guys think? We're gonna start with you, Brother Black. This is a sticky situation for the young Sanders. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, from what I know about bankruptcy, because I've had to file myself before, it's a protection, and I would imagine that his family told him to protect his future income. Is the reason why he did that. Us normal folks, a bankruptcy could hurt us for years to come. He's not worried about that. Right. He's secure. He's not going to have to worry about money. And again, this was done for protection for future income. In all likelihood, he's going to the NFL. So again, this is basically. I'm not mad at him. I'll be honest with you, because they're using the system against itself. For those of you who really quickly don't know how a bankruptcy protection works, is that look at our front runner for the president of the United States,
right?
Who's filed bankruptcy. Right. So
Multiple
there are
times.
those who have been able to take full advantage of protection under the guidelines and protect their income, and they've been able to hide money. He's on trial for it right now. But then once we, the bros, got wind of how to work the system, the rules change. And being that I'm sure he has high profile lawyers, he's taking advantage to turn the system on itself, because I have a hard time believing whoever this individual is, and I wasn't there, that you got neck back injuries. People are litigious, and certainly it helped that you know who you're suing. The name is Sanders on the end of it. So let's keep it real. So I ain't mad at you, Shiloh. Handle your business, young man.
Please.
The thing is, he was 15 at the time, so I think that's one thing that people kind of up in arms with. But I did some more digging, Sister Devin. I want to get your take on it. Comes to find out that Shiloh created an LLC. I think it's called 21 Big 21. Whereas his NIL money, anything that he's gotten, it goes to his LLC.
Smart again.
And he's an employee of that LLC. So technically he's an employee. So that kind of is going to be a little hamper for this security guard to try to go after his NIL money. I'd like to get your thoughts on that, Sister Devin. What you think about Shiloh creating that?
Well, while Black can teach them about bankruptcy laws, let me teach you about personal injury. You let me get hit or injured or pushed or blown on by anybody related to Deion Sanders, I'm gonna fall 3 more times for the hell of it. And my injuries can be lifelong. You gave me a back injury that's chronic. First it was on my L4, and now it's gone to my L5, and it really started to bother my L6. You know what I'm saying? I got PTSD. I got chronic pain now. I'm gonna go after his ass until he can't go bankrupt no more. I don't blame him. Y'all know ain't nothing wrong with that damn security guard. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He probably at the casino now. But I would leave the casino and then go to the personal injury lawyer and tell him about all these new problems that have come up as a result of me hitting my head when that kid was 15. I don't blame him.
She right.
Yeah, and I definitely get that. And Brent, I want to get this aspect of it, because someone was asking me when I posted this story. They said, well, how would this affect him in his future? I said, well, I think it can affect him, because this guy is probably going to go after his NFL future earnings. And again, you can circumvent there's always a way to circumvent the system. And I get that. But will this hurt Shiloh when it comes to his NFL aspirations, in your opinion, Brent?
Never.
Nope. Okay.
Never. Listen, man, if we can listen, I'll just say one word: Ray Lewis. Okay.
Let me tell you, us broke folks, it don't take much to make us shut up. Tell that fool I'm gonna give you $50,000 and I don't ever want to hear from you again. And then you just make him go away. If you
That's
don't
it.
be on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere you can think of, talking about how you wronged him in a wheelchair in a body cast, just make him go away.
Listen, he using some 2-bit hustler that do that. I just got hit.com. Who knows who he I mean, you know,
right.
Some regular, but nah, man. Listen, if y'all don't know what happened to Ray, he had a murder charge.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he became a Super Bowl winner. So you know what I'm saying? So again, that right there, that is smart business that I wish more people of our color would understand that, like Black said, this system is meant for the rich. And unfortunately, Deion is rich, and he is also smart, and he know how to keep him and his kids' money. So yes, sir. You listen. Well, I don't know how that dude is working to try to deal with Deion Sanders, but that's a lot of money racking up. I'm telling you, bro. By the time you get your money, if you get it, you're gonna be paying that lawyer more money than you gonna get back.
You're gonna get back. You're gonna get back.
Hustle.
Right. And you're right about that. You know, I thought it was funny because this story stayed under the radar. I mean, this just came out.
Man.
How was this story able to be hush for damn near 10 years? Because this happened back in 2015. So you would have thought somebody would have ran across this lawsuit. But again, I think this guy is not going away. Eventually, Shiloh gonna have to give him some money, but he's not gonna get that $12 million that he's gonna want. Eventually, I think they're just gonna settle out of court and it's gonna be done with, and you know, life will go on. In what I think. So, we'll keep an eye out on Colorado. It's always the block is hot around Coach Prime and his baby. So we're gonna keep you posted on that. Now let's talk about the Mavericks and the Timberwolves. Who would have thought we would be sitting here talking that the dang old Mavericks is up 3-0 in this series? I don't think anybody picked that. I know I didn't. I thought this series would go at least 6. But I definitely wouldn't have thought the Mavericks would won the first 3 games. But at the end of the day, Kyrie Irving and Mr. Luka Doncic, they showing what they made of. They both went for 33 points last night. And right now, the Timberwolves, that's a wrap, in my opinion. I love me some Anthony Edwards. I think my brother Black, he does too. But he just ain't there yet.
Not yet.
The young fella ain't there yet, but he's almost there.
Yeah.
So these damn Mavericks, man, doing their thing. So I know I got my guy Brenton up there, and Lady D, she Dallas fans. I know how y'all feeling right now about these Mavericks. I'll start with you, Lady D.
I love that game, and I get bored with basketball, honestly, unless I'm there. But I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that.
That's blasphemy.
I just do. Unless the game is like close, because that game, the whole game to me was aggressive. So I really enjoyed it. But if it's just, just regular old, I just get bored. I do. I really do. But I really enjoyed watching these games, and yeah, they deserve that. I'm telling you, they really played hard for that one.
Yeah.
What you think about it, Black? I know we got we've been talking about Anthony Edwards for a minute. I think the Timberwolves was feeling themselves a little overconfident. What you think?
Yep. But I love everything that's happening. Number one, I'm like you, Lady D. I didn't watch any of the regular season games. The game has changed too much, so I'm not actually a real fan anymore. But when it hit the playoffs, it kind of caught my interest a little bit. And I'm happy that we're going to have a champion outside of the Lakers or the Warriors. So we're going to have a new champion from somebody who's deserved it. But what's happening in Edwards, I love it. And it tells me, too, you can't skip steps. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player who's ever played the game, in my opinion, my personal GOAT, he talks about you have to go through levels. And you look at his journey. He had to learn to lose and to get over the hurdle of the Pistons and ultimately get to that place. I love what I'm seeing out of Anthony Edwards, but I like that. This is why I'm liking that he is getting shut down. Had he won now, there would have been a sense of entitlement. You have to go through the building blocks to learn how to be a winner. And Lord knows Boston has had their share of heartache, and Kyrie knows how to win. So I'm looking forward to the matchup I believe we're going to get, which is Dallas, against Boston. And in that sense, it's going to be a foursome that I'm waiting for this. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Brandon, I'm gonna give it to you. You were talking. You said there's a moment that you got an epiphany with this. I'm
It
gonna let
is,
you have the
man.
floor. Go
Listen,
ahead.
I'm gonna just tell you, man. Just seeing the Mavericks and what they've done, probably a lot faster than most people thought. And again, the hypersensitivity of people when things are not coming to them quickly. I really saw a moment here, and I saw this moment. What made Dallas so interesting to me was you bring 2 point guards together that when they initially came together, they weren't working out. And Kyrie has tried his best to go to at least about 3 or 4 different teams to partner up with other all-stars.
Mhm.
What makes him different here than he was anywhere else?
Mhm.
Nothing about himself, because he's a great player everywhere he went. But this is what blew my mind about why coaching matters. One of the great point guards is the head coach.
Yeah.
And what better to bring 2 other point guards together but a great point guard, because they all speak the same language.
Love it.
So chemistry, yes, it matters, but so does good coaching. And especially when a coach understands the 2 polarizing basketball players. And then secondly, here it is, the fact that Luka Doncic is from a whole different country. Unfortunately, Kyrie was trying to play with other niggas, and that's the problem. I'm just saying, it's just an amazing
valid points.
It's an amazing conglomerate of this thing is coming together.
Valid
And
points.
man, if they win the championship, man, this is gonna be one of the greatest basketball stories I would ever see. I would just love to see that 30 for 30 about them, man. Because Jason Kidd, he didn't change his coaching style when he was with the Bucks. Even when he was with the New Jersey Nets. No, he didn't coach the Nets. Did he coach at the Nets?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah. So again, this is what I'm saying.
He played
so
for he played for the Nets.
He played
too.
for him.
He
I just
played
don't
for
remember.
the
Yeah.
Nets.
So again, you come together and you bring all this, and this is why it's important to build relationships and to be around people that can teach you because they speak our language. See, again, here it is. The reason why Shiloh is so smart at his age is because his daddy already know the business. So again, y'all get around people. If you want to be something, get around people who already proved, Jason Kidd, that he knows what he's talking about. And then Kyrie respects him, Luka respects him. And now Kyrie and Luka are brothers. And man, what a show we're seeing. So I hope they win it all. Not just because I'm from Dallas, but because I love the story and what it looks like. So
and I would say this about Dallas: y'all got the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference Finals that could possibly be into. Y'all got the Texas Rangers that just came off of winning the World Series. You got the Dallas Mavericks on the verge of going to the NBA Finals, and y'all got them Cowboys that ain't done
and won't be.
Whatever.
The Cowboys ain't done a damn thing since.
It's too early for that.
And but I let y'all fill in the blanks. But you know what? It's always a great day to be a Green Bay Packer fan. So I'm gonna toss it back to Brent.
I'm sick of you in this Green. Listen, what? How many more weeks we got? 8 before the season starts.
Oh, we still got quite a few weeks. We went, you know, yeah, we got like 3 months. You know, it don't really start until September. Yeah, but training camp starts in July, so we'll be ramping it up a little bit more once July gets.
Look at it. Yeah. So we're gonna see. I don't watch the
yeah, you right, Craig, and that one that's not in that 3, that's really good. Yeah, I got you.
All right. Listen, as we move on, check please. I saw this moment and I said to myself, "Is this a cultural thing?" And listen to Tamar.
All right, Tamar, TJ, there you go.
All right. So I had a question for my family. Apparently, there's a story about a group of, they showed a picture of black people. But I don't know if this is just a black thing, but I found it interesting. So they're sitting at this table and they're holding up a receipt and everybody's trying to, itemize what they bought, although they probably all were eating at the same table all that, but they wanted to. Everybody wanted to specifically give account to what they was doing and only pay their share of what they ate. And I said to myself, if we do that, do we do that? And if so, why do we do that? Because I've seen other people who don't do that, and either you just evenly split the bill, or somebody else got the bill, or somebody even pick it up themselves. So I was just like, sister, do we do that as a culture, or is this? Have you seen other?
Yes, we do. I don't, but yes, we do. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Depending on who I'm eating with. Let me quit lying.
Why? Okay, what does that mean?
We
Who
do
do you
that.
eat with that you would do it?
Because like I don't necessarily believe in that. Like if we go out to eat and if the check is a certain amount, I don't even mind paying it, and then everybody like Zelle me and or their part or all that kind of stuff, just to avoid that, because that is a big hassle for the waitress if you really think about it.
Right.
Or if you go eat at a place such as like an Olive Garden, they have a system where you can split the check yourself and pay for your own stuff.
Okay.
But when I go out to eat sometimes with my family or whatever, when the check comes, everybody just get quiet for a long time to see if me and my husband go say something. So and I don't like that, because if I was to order what I want, which means be a little greedy, ain't nobody gonna want to split the check. But if you come out to eat with me, okay, so today you need the tomahawk steak, bitch. But yesterday you eating sloppy joes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, today you drink wine, but you was drinking Hennessy.
Right. You was drinking Hennessy the other night.
I just we don't act right. Y'all know we don't always act right. We just
okay.
We don't.
And Tamar said it. It's not a black thing. It's a broke thing. And it's black.
But you know what? I don't think it's that. But go ahead, Tim. No, I'm sorry. I don't think it's a broke thing. I don't think it's a broke thing. I just think I truly believe in I'm gonna pay for what I ordered. And if I decide to pay for somebody's meal, I say, hey, I got you. But I'm not expecting somebody to get me. So, but now that listen to Lady D, I get you right. When you try to split that does make it a little bit difficult for the waitress to try to split all your checks and all that stuff. So I think you should go in with a game plan. If you all know you're gonna meet up for dinner, y'all should already talk about that before you get to the restaurant. I think that's how it should be.
And to Devin's point, and again, you have, yes, I get it. If everybody's eating their own meal, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, because if I know I'm gonna be generous to people that's with me, I ain't gonna tell them up front. I'll let them order as though they think they're gonna pay. Right. And that's right. You want an appetizer and water. Well, good. Because once I tell you up front, then you all of a sudden you got
all of a sudden
your stomach was growling. Now I'm real hungry. But to this point, it's you bring out a whole lot of appetizer, wings, fries. Everybody's eating from everything, Black. And then it's like, well, hold on, who ordered that one? Well, I ordered it for the table. Well, who ordered that? And you done had 5 drinks. I mean, Black. I Tamar saying something about this broke thing, because again, when you with a whole lot of, but they stingy too sometimes. I don't know. It's just a conversation. So let's just talk about it.
I think it's a little bit of both. Black thing, I do think it's cultural, and I think it's broke. Personally, I don't give a damn about how tough the waitresses got it, because I don't tip no way. So that's their job. To be honest with you, I'm not a tipper, so I don't really give a damn about how that's like saying Vanna White got a hard job flipping letters. Bitch, you bringing out food or whatever. So I don't care how.
I'm sick of it.
I arrive alone and I leave alone. Now, my experiences has been a cultural thing, because the others don't mind saying, here's my credit card, whatever you want, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But the bros, the ninjas, we are special people. And we leave the house with different agendas. That's why don't eat with me, because you need to know I am that person. I'm going in there. I got me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't even mind paying a check split if I think I'm going to get something out of it. And again, that's going to be discussed on the front end too. Buy the steak. You know what this means. But having said that,
so there's levels to this thing, huh?
Absolutely. But that's just it. I'm real big at don't mix mine in with the rest.
Okay.
I know what I order. So I would be that individual person that when the waitress comes around, is this all on one check? No, mine. So, now you can think what you want about me, because again, I know what I'm paying for, and there ain't gonna be no confusion. So I don't give a damn what y'all discussed before you got there, in the middle of it, or however.
Well, I'm glad you cleared that up, Brother Black. So I know when we go out, goddamn it, I gotta pay my own shit.
Listen,
yeah.
There's definitely gonna be a difference from you getting chicken strips and T-bones, because you know what? One of them gonna cost you.
Right.
Just give it to him.
You just better know which one you better get, because you're gonna have to give it to him.
Right.
Well, I'll just say this, you know what I'm saying? If there's an option, I'll just say, hey, how much you putting in? And y'all put in $20 a piece, $100 a piece, and y'all just get $100 worth of food. I hear you, Black. I'm just saying, for those that need ideas.
Right. And you know what's funny now? Most restaurants now, if there's a party of 6 or more, they're gonna already add a gratuity to it anyway. And most time they're not gonna even split. I mean, they don't do the split thing. So again, I just think that's just something you need to talk about if you're going out with a big group of people. Say, hey, how are we gonna do this check? You know,
Yeah.
So you can already have that understanding.
You know, y'all bring up a point, and I'm gonna just take this rabbit hole. We can go. When I was on my last cruise, I ain't gonna call my folks out, but I seen somebody I know. They went up to the desk and told them they didn't want, you know how they add the money for all the people who work for you. She told them take all that off of there, and they did, and she didn't pay a dime. And I said, well, y'all take a couple days off mine too. I didn't know you could do that. I was like, what? Wow. I mean, didn't give them a dime for all that work. I said, well, okay, well, maybe they roll like Black. I don't know. But what you say, Craig? Do you all see the video?
I saw that video.
Yeah, actually, we talked about that video on the show. We talked about that. You sure did.
Yeah. So yeah, but anyway, all right. Well, I whether it's broke, busted, or disgusted, y'all go do some better about that. But in the interest of keeping on talking about this money, let's talk about God help us all. I got a video. Now, I ain't scared of y'all. I ain't scared of none of y'all. And I mean it. So I'm talking about them in the background. They're gonna be, you know, barking. So again, y'all bark up the right tree, or maybe not the right tree. But Craig said he wanted us to start talking about a little more religion, so we're gonna start talking about it. So now I'm ready to talk about this money. So I want y'all to look at this video, and then I'm gonna ask y'all a question. And we won't stay here long unless we need to, but let's just talk about this.
Kingdom of God, tithing is the foundation of our finances. If you don't do what's required, what you do that seems like excess is denied. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Okay, it's like qualifying for a track meet. We're going to state, but to run at state, you gotta actually hit this time in the regional meet. And people be showing up to state stretching. This is what we do in church, and it's like, what are you doing? I'm about to smoke these fools. I'm about to run this race and I'm gonna win. The truth of the matter is you could run this race and win, but because you didn't qualify, because you put the energy and effort into the extra thing, the exciting thing, the thing that everybody sees, and you didn't do what was required, your ability gets trapped in your neglect. That's what I think so many times when it comes to our tithe and offering we do as a church, we think we're tipping God. I just want you to see honestly how we approach. And God said like, yo, Mike, I just need you to tell people that they can have watch this is the title of my message, a fresh foundation. In the kingdom of God, tithing is the foundation of our finances.
I'm sick of that.
Okay. So this is a question I want to ask. Do you believe in it? And again, I'm not going to get into the theology of it. I'm just going to speak from logical thought processes. Number one, that was one of the most horrible analogies anybody's ever given about money. I don't know. We went from fruit on a plate, track star, and I just couldn't really get past that purple outfit he had on because my goodness, huh? It's like I'd have went up just one more size on that boy, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so again, what is your take on giving like this and tithing? And then I'll ask my next. I just want to know, do you believe in it? Do you don't believe in it? Just that simple. And then I'll go further. What you thinking, Kenny?
Just listening to his presentation, it definitely turned me off because basically he's saying that he's tying what you give to whatever level that you're going to be in your life or whatever you're going to get is tied to what you're giving, and is that same energy brought to these ministers a lot of times when you know there's people in your congregation that's struggling, and you know that they need help with certain situations. Do you help them? So I think him trying to tie your tithe and offerings to your level in your Christianity, it definitely turns me off. But that's the church too. So I'm not shocked at how he presented it, in my opinion.
Do you tithe? You believe in tithing? I'm curious.
I believe in you giving what you give, but if you say, do I believe in tithing? No, I believe you give what you give.
Okay.
Yeah, sister, my issue with him is I want to speak to Trump, Mark Cuban. I want to speak to Apple CEO, Microsoft CEO. Those guys don't do that. So I don't understand, how can you present something that you cannot show consistently? That's how this happens, and all of a sudden all the world doesn't do it. And if either God is God of all the universe and everybody should be held to this same standard, right? Because again, if we all have to breathe air, that don't matter how much money you make, in order to survive, you have to breathe air. In order to, again, there has to be some principles here, and that was horrible. So I mean, what do you think, sister?
I don't want to offend anybody, which usually is followed by offending
Oh,
somebody.
no. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. I already know that's what you're going. Yeah, when they say that, I know what's coming next. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I just want to kick him in the balls, because for one, I didn't even know what the hell he was talking about. He was talking in circles. Didn't nothing he said have to do with what the hell does me running to the what, I don't even know what he said, but all he could have said was how much you tithe is how much you get back in life. But let me tell y'all, I know people who have been tithing religiously since I was a child and can remember, and are still tithing today, and are still broke, busted, disgusted in the same place they were at when I was poor.
Speak, sister.
And the only time the church steps up is when something go wrong in their life. And it's not even that the church is stepping up. They say, church, it's time to step up for sister such and such and brother such, and let's donate and let's give and blah, blah, blah. So I don't like the word tithe. They should just say, if you're going to donate and just leave it at that. I went to a church once where they had a little coffee stand set up, and they said, if you want coffee, put $1 in the tip jar. Tell me that, because I understand that you got to buy the supplies for the coffee. Just be real with me. Say, we would love for you to donate this amount every month or whatever, but don't try to manipulate people who truly believe that God will punish them if they don't give 10% of the money they truly don't have, because they barely making it, getting Meals on Wheels, getting helped out by family members and things like that, because they believe if they stop giving it to the church, they're going to end up homeless or ill, or death is going to come before them. I'm waiting on the person that's brave enough, maybe black, to walk into a church and say, y'all full of shit, and all of you need to go to hell for manipulating these people that have less than and have been doing this their whole life and have gotten nowhere. I stopped tithing years ago. I've done so much better with my life. I understand it can be taken away from me at any moment, but I'm also smart enough to know it ain't because I didn't tithe. They can kiss my ass.
Damn, I'm pretty sure you'll let them. All right, brother. I won't even handcuff your hands by giving you something to talk about. Just gonna do you.
Well, I don't believe in tithing at all, and without going down the theological rabbit hole, I won't go there. I simply believe that you receive free, you give free. So I love what you said, Sister D, Lady D, because again, I think true religion is, if you have a calling for it, then that's what you're doing it. But I've watched too much hypocrisy when it comes to organized religion. That's why I sit here for you today, being more spiritual than I am religious, because it's done so much damage to the reputation of God. Because what God says and what the scriptures say and what's taught are two completely different things. That's where I get a little bit angry. I'm keeping my composure, because they tell you, so I'm supposed to shoot the messenger, but in this case, I have to shoot the messenger. I have no earthly idea what the hell he was talking about. His message wasn't on point. And Miss Tamar, the outfit might be fire if you want to put his legs behind his ears. So when I'm sitting there looking at somebody with a bow on his head and a girly shape and got on an outfit that in all likelihood he's taking some dick, then I can't focus on what you're trying to teach me in that moment. And so I have to, if I can't respect you from the pulpit and what you're telling me, you've lost me from the very beginning, which is primarily the reason why I don't attend religious organizations. To your point, Lady D, I really feel a fear, even when I go to a funeral, that many times I feel compelled to scream out and tell them they full of shit. And so that's why I stand in the back, even at funerals, because I'm looking at asses and titties and dick suckers walk across the stage and talking a whole lot of nonsense. So for me, it's just better that I stay out of that house. So
thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Brother, he gonna
yes,
give
yes.
it to us straight with no chasers.
That's it. Listen,
always.
I want to offer the truth, and that's all I can offer you guys is the truth. The Bible does teach about money, but the American way of teaching is not the same. Again, if you believe that there are contradictions in scriptures, then you can argue your point about tithing. But if you do not believe that there's contradiction in scriptures, then again, tithing, how it's practiced in this country, is not the way it's taught in scripture. And even then, we can have the arguments. But again, if you believe that there are contradictions, then yes, you will. But here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to believe that all the diets, the Jenny Craig's, the Slim Fast, all those things work for you, you'll keep trying them. And you ain't lost 10 pounds, right? But you'll keep trying them. So I'm not trying to convince you one way or the other. Just as much as you can go out there and drink Noonie juice, Uni juice, and all these other supplements, take all the pills you want. I can't stop people from doing what they want to do. But I will tell you the truth that, and when it comes to those medical advisories at the bottom that y'all don't read because the commercial's going so fast, if I could put a quote at the bottom of tithing, I would say, ask, is it working for everybody in your church? And then if those that are tithing consistently and those that are not, if you stood 10 people up and I said 5 people are standing here and they don't tithe and 5 are, could you tell the difference? You would not be able to. If you just sight unseen, you just looking at 10 people and I said 5 do and 5 don't, then ladies and gentlemen, you would not be able to tell the difference between you. Ready? You can say something else?
Yeah, I just want to address what Craig said. He said he guesses he's in the minority because he believes in tithing. We can call it giving, donating, or whatever, but I believe in tithing because Jesus believed in tithing and the scripture proves that. Craig, I also believe that if you are attending church or whatever, that organization, whatever organization you're a part of, like, let's just use this show. Britain talks about the talking point tip jar, which means if you get anything out of this show or you just appreciate whatever message we've shared, made you laugh, whatever, you are welcome to give us whatever if you like. Why can't they do the same in the church? Right. If you are getting anything out of this, if I have poured into you spiritually somehow, if you don't mind, donate whatever you can today. You know what I'm saying? Just say that. We have a community fund. And with this fund, we are using this to help people in the community when horrible things happen to them. You know, Sister Jones's car stopped working or whatever. That's what this fund will be used for. I will be transparent. I'll show you what's in it and what we used it for and whoever. But don't tell me that if I don't give it to you, my shit gonna burn down. That's my problem. Don't make these elderly people and these people who are down bad believe that if they don't give, good will not come to them when I'm giving, and I only see you benefiting from it. Now you're walking around in a purple velour ass, ugly ass suit that I know you probably spent thousands of dollars on, and I'm still making payments on my electric bill that's 3 months late. That's my problem. Just be honest with me and say, we would love for you to donate if we are pouring into you because we have to keep the lights on. But don't make me feel like I'm going to hell if I don't. That's my only.
And let me add one last piece to it, and then I know we have to move on, but I would love to. I welcome a conversation on scripture as well. I went to theology school, and so this is what I talked about, the hypocrisy and people blaming God. Jesus did believe in tithing, but not in a way, as Brenton said, is practiced today. There was a specific purpose for tithing. If you follow your scriptures, when the nation of Israel was being rebuilt and Solomon, they were giving a tenth of their earnings to rebuild the temple and bring the nation back to God. But when Jesus Christ came and took on his role as Messiah, and one of the main reasons why the Pharisees and Sadducees hated him is, if you remember, beating them out of the temple. He said he didn't come to bring death to the law, to the scriptures, but he said there are two commandments: love God with your whole heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor with yourself. The Old Testament, those practices, my studies of the scriptures, Craig, teaches me that tithing tradition that has been elevated to what it is today, to feed and for people to prosper offer, that is not what my Jesus is believed in and what he taught. But what is turned into is fleecing the congregation. And as Sister D says, using the hellfire teaching to scare people into giving. And that is not what my Bible teaches me. And I'd welcome that conversation any day.
Craig, I would like to know what you thought about what Lil Barney said. So tell me what you thought about his presentation. And again, I'll say this. Yeah, I'm not scared to have a conversation with anybody. There's no need for us to debate, because as Tamar said, I'm gonna go do my investing. I'm going to grow my stocks, and I'm gonna be all right over here. So there's no need to fight me, because I mean, we're gonna find out later. But if we want to have a discussion, I listen. I'll have no problem. Black can come, whoever can come, and we can talk about scripture, and then we can just let the information sit there, and then everybody do what they want with it. But we don't have to argue, because it's not necessary. Because at the end of the day, I've been in church all my life, of my life. I've counted the money. I've seen where the money goes. So I know better. And it's not that I'm going to talk about I won't ever talk about my experiences unless I need to. All I just want to do is just read the scriptures and then let y'all see for yourselves what it's saying, because it's not being represented properly. And again, the Bible don't need our help at all. It doesn't. But at the same time, we're going to only become better when we know better. We do better. So that's all. So let's just see what we know better. See, Tamar says the church talks how it's best to give, but don't teach finances. Man, that is 1,000% the truth. Why don't they teach how to properly manage finances in the pulpit? Because then they would stop giving, because that wouldn't be one of the top things they
need because people would get it. The congregation would get it, be like, wait a minute. Oh, so I've been doing this wrong. I've been doing this wrong. So
yes. Yeah. So Craig, to that point, that is 1,000% correct. And so when people are teaching otherwise, when that is compulsion, that is obligation. So thus it cancels out that truth of that scripture. So there it is. Again, this family can handle all the conversations because we are about relationship. And the problem is that those folk don't want to talk about it, because if we teach other people the truth, they're going to stop doing what these folk want them to do anyway. And that's their problem, not mine. So, all right. Well, we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep asking God to help us all. but until then, my sister's going to dig in somebody else's business, and let's see where this goes, because I don't even know what this is about. But all right, come on. Sister.
Nicki Minaj did not pay her tithes. And as a result, she went to jail in Amsterdam, y'all. I do not want to go to jail in another country. She was arrested Saturday at the airport in Amsterdam because they checked her bag and found that she was in possession of what they call soft drugs. They called it a pre-roll, which I'm guessing weed, like a joint or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And she went live, and I watched a couple of the videos telling them she wasn't going with them, and why do y'all check my bag without my consent? And she ended up missing a concert and things like that. But my question to you guys is, Nicki is one of many to be in another country and decide they have their own laws and their own rules because of who they think that they are. What is it going to take for people to realize that these folks don't owe you nothing? A dude just almost went to jail for 10 years in Turks over some kind of
bullets,
ammo or
bullets.
something like that. Did y'all hear about this? And you think Nikki's going to start a trend where people quit playing with these folks in these foreign countries? Brittany, what you think?
I think Nikki should probably kick her tickies and all those other ones over here in this country, because like you said, nobody overseas cares about how many songs you sang and all that other stuff. You better go sit down with Brittany Griner and ask her some questions about what them people think about y'all, because listen, you ain't got but one time to break the law in the wrong country, and again, America can't save you. They try. I don't know what they did to get Brittany back, but it was a lot. But it took her a long it took her so long she cut her braids off. So I don't know. You are only important over here. Other than that, them folk don't care. As jacked up as some of these governments are, them folks will keep you. Now again, you're American, so that's the only reason that them folks don't fool with you is because of the military this country has. And they don't want none of that smoke. So don't get it twisted. If they find out any otherwise, then the only reason you are being treated as you are is because you're an American. That's it.
Okay. Now, Black Amsterdam, I believe marijuana is actually legal in Amsterdam, which maybe is why she thought it was okay for her to travel in her luggage. But I still think she may have pulled the celebrity card, because they told her they would get her down there and get her back before her next show. Did you hear anything about that? And what were your thoughts on it?
I did. And this is where I'm disappointed a lot of times when I hear that we as Americans, it's not even a Black thing to me. We just don't do our homework.
Right.
When we travel to other countries, because it smacks of American elitism.
Yep.
We truly believe as Americans. That's one of the things about being an American, is that it's been ingrained in us that this is the greatest country in the world, and that we're special, and that everybody wants to be us and be like us. And so I hate when I see stories like this, and it's not just Black people. Why you think white girls end up missing in New Mexico, and you see white cliff base jumpers getting lost in another country. We simply don't do our homework to understand when we're going to visit somewhere else, our American citizenship does not entitle us to anything special treatment. And so where weed is legal in Amsterdam, following the simplest of rules, we think that because we're American, in this case, it ratchets up a notch, because I'm not only an American, I'm famous, and I can travel, in the best luxury ways that you're going to overlook that. And so it definitely, is where she's pulling, the famous card and things of that nature. And we even see, happen on the red carpet, in Cannes Film Festival. It happens with Americans in general. And I just wish that we as American citizens, we're big on taking cruises. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was unaware that cruises had dropped so low to where they are now. And so you wonder why all these broke ass Black people is constantly having a monkey ass on all these other countries without looking up the rules of the ship, the rules of the country, that the moment you step off that ship, you're on foreign soil, things of that nature. So you bring in all of your screwed up customs habits and interests to not realizing that you think somebody gonna save your monkey ass. And so again, lock these sons of bitches up, if you ask me.
Now, Ken, I actually know somebody who did this, and I want you to tell the truth, because I kind of make you the goody two shoes of all of us. You're the
Yeah, you do.
Have you ever tried to smuggle something or take something on vacation or to another state on a plane and tried to get away with it? And would this make you not do it again?
No, my scary ass. I'm too chocolate. I ain't trying to get my chocolate ass locked up in no whole other country, and y'all don't get to see this chocolateness on YouTube no more.
Yes,
so no, I ain't never did that. My scary ass would do that. But I'm with Black. I think we as Americans, we just have this elitist attitude, like, yo, I'm the shit. Y'all can't fuck with me. But these other countries like, fuck you. We don't like y'all anyway. So we looking for anything to keep you in our country and make it hard for you to get back home. So you know what? Nicki Minaj with your little fine self.
No, she ain't.
Yeah, she is fine. Yeah, she
I'm
fine.
gonna send you some pictures.
I know she got a BBL, but it's still she fine. Hey man, I'm easy. I'm easy. I'm just gonna say at this point in my life, I'm easy. But my thing is, I'm like black. I don't understand why these artists and stuff, they don't read up on the laws in these different countries. If Brittany Griner didn't teach you anything, damn, y'all just got hard heads. Y'all don't get it. That's the way I look at it. So,
well, I'm gonna leave this with a public service announcement because y'all mentioned cruises. Y'all, they done start setting up black folks. They are letting y'all go on cruises and finding out y'all have warrants or whatever.
What?
And they're arresting black people when they get off of cruise ships. I've seen it a few times in the last few months. They're not playing no games. They set y'all up for the okie doke. The cruises be $55 a night now, and y'all be over there tootsie rolling in the Bahamas, getting your food, thinking you smuggling, and then you getting off that boat, and they locking your black ass up. So you should not have warrant when you go over on the Carnival, because that's what we're getting on. Let's be honest, we on Carnival.
I ain't get on none of them.
Make sure you clear up your warrants before you get on the boat, child. And don't be taking no weed because they locking you up on the boat in the jail on the bottom floor for weed on the Carnival cruise ships too, because they sick of us, because they know we be putting them on Klarna and Affirm and paying it off for the next year at $110. So they after us, they sick of us on their boat. Now y'all mind y'all.
Listen, I took my last Carnival cruise with my kids, and I don't do that. I go Norwegian, or I'm going. I don't. Nope. I mean, in Royal Caribbean, bumped it. I seen that. I thought I was in the projects.
Wow. Oh damn! It's like that. Wow.
Bruh. Wow. I mean, flip flops, socks, coolers. I said, what? Wait a minute.
Oh, wow. Really?
Wow. I mean, everybody got their 12-pack, 24-pack. So everybody ain't. I said, yeah, y'all ain't buying those. Y'all taking them soda cans, the bonnets. I said, wow, I'm not getting on one of them. That's horrible. I said, ain't doing that no more. Yeah, see, celebrity cruise. That's it, man. We just gotta take it up a notch. It's gonna cost you a little more, but man.
I'm cruising Virgin from here on out. Y'all just look it up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got you. I'm finna go on them River Road cruises. Y'all playing around. Don't mess around with me. I'm gonna do it. Okay, let me get some of these comments from the last segment. So Craig answered us. He said, I thought his analogy is part of the reason why people don't trust the church. But to Black's point, notice I didn't say I give because the preacher said. I don't follow what man says. I follow God. All right, and Tamar says most of these preachers are bad built, and somebody should preach about healthy living. So focus on other people instead of focusing on other people's money. So I agree with that. And again, the reality is, if tithing was so important and it was going to take care of all of our problems, why can't we tell those that are tithing they do have better health? They are, giving special treatment. You don't see that. You don't get this money and all of a sudden you more healthy. You know what I'm saying? Right. No, you can still lose your health too, just like everybody else. Everybody.
That's right.
And again, that pandemic didn't stop none of y'all. Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, all right. That's right.
All right. So y'all got that business too then. So okay, well, here we go. Let's keep it moving. We didn't do it last week, so I want to make sure we hit it today. And Black brought up a point last week, and I said, let's talk about it. And it was about double standards. And here's the thing about double standards for me. I wanted to know, because there are double standards for both sides, right? For women, the double standard, when I say for women, but what favors a man in the double standard is intimacy, right? How many partners you got, things like that. For women, and I say favor, but it's what we talked about. If a man abuses a woman, more people will get involved, but vice versa. If a woman is abusing a man, well, not so much, right? And you have the other things like how many kids you got as a person. That's a double standard. Sharing your emotions as a person. financial stability. I know we talked about that before, about how men are viewed less than if you're not stable financially, but women are, right? They're looked at differently. And then just staying at home with your kids. There's a double standard there, because if a man stays at home with his kids, you kind of look like a certain type of way. And for a woman, if you stay at home, his kids, again, there's a double standard there. So I just kind of wanted to know, what would you, I know it's there. There's probably nothing we can do about it. But to your point, what's the most egregious double standard, and maybe why? And if there's a conversation in there, we can have it. So if you looked at it, like, what is the most, like, I know there's one, we're not getting rid of it, but this is the one I don't want food with. Like, we need to fix this one. And let's try to just have a conversation about it. So, Kenny, if you had to think about what double standard probably comes, and maybe it's not the ones I mentioned, maybe you got another one that really just, grinds your gears or triggers you, tell us. And then let's see if there is a conversation that could be had in this. And if not, then we just it's what it's gonna be, right? Death, taxes, and double standards. It's gonna always be. What you think?
I would say I think the biggest one is the body count double standard. I think when we talk about sexual intimacy, if a man has been with a certain amount of women in his life sexually, that's just what men do. But if a woman's been with certain amount of bodies, then she's looked at like she's not a housewife material. So I think that's the biggest double standard that's going to always be there. And I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's unfair to women.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
For sure. Sister, which one you think is the most egregious?
Actually, it's the same one, and not for the same reasons, though. I kind of go at it just from a health standpoint, because I know so many women who have ended up with diseases or horrible illnesses, who have never stepped out on their relationship or whatever. But because it's so accepted by men, there's this expectation that he's going to step out. The women don't see that as a negative on that man, where I want women to start seeing men who are community dick as red flags, and to run in the other direction as fast as you can, because it's really putting your health at risk. But also at the same time, a man can still be a red flag even if he's not community P, because I just feel like we just need to start taking our health seriously as far as our sexual health. And we need to start being honest in our relationships and saying, are we going to be monogamous, or are we not going to be monogamous? Because if that's not what you want, and you're going to be out there slinging it like them damn banners at the car wash, you need to let me know, because I want to protect my own health.
Okay.
I got some questions but I'm gonna leave that alone.
All right. Listen, she only let us in her business when she wants to now. Hold on. So yeah. All right, doctor.
So for me, it's the age of consent. It's the one that I feel is the most egregious for me right now. The others, they're debatable, in my opinion, and I'm on my personal experiences too. So yeah, men, we are community paying, but it's just this many pussies out here that's got a lot of soldiers that's been in them. Stomach look like balled up homework, and pussies look like chewed up liver. So they spreading themselves around there too. And I talked about that robot at the beginning. I covet my sexual health quite more than I ever have now. I love pulling up my chart and being able to see that I ain't got nothing, because these nasty, filthy, no good bitches out here, they will put you 6 feet under with that musty, nasty, no good snatch. So we can debate that if we want. My problem, the egregious one, is the age of consent. You want to lock up people like R. Kelly, and the moment a man dates a woman of a certain age, he's a creep, and he's a predator, he's this, that, and the other. But for me, the one that really rubs me the wrong way is when I see that age of consent one. When I see Keisha Coles out here, getting her groove on with kids, when I see Jennifer Lopez, who has a history of dating young people.
Drea Michelle got that baby
Drea Michelle
from
having babies with kids.
Yeah.
If the roles were reversed, I just want that same level of outrage, because I don't see that. Will Smith's Jada Pinkett Smith's been able to skate by when she had a encounter, whatever you want to call it, with her son's friend when he was 17
Entanglement.
years old. But we gloss over that. And all I wanted to get to a point is if 17 is too young for consent, then that's the age. But it's amazing to me how it becomes a double standard when it's a woman and when it's a man. And I'm not going to put all my black brothers out there either.
Right.
Leonardo DiCaprio, he doesn't date women over the age of 22, 23. That's all he dates is teenage models. But because he gets them from a foreign country and they're models, we overlook that as if that's okay. And I could keep listing examples. And so my thing is, it's just that now that women have come into their power of sexuality and they're out here grinding, they're notching their belts just like anybody else. But I want the age of consent and the level of accountability to be the same. That's the one that grinds me the most.
Yeah.
You know, how we're able to go back and use the Me Too movement to basically indict men, but we don't do it for women.
Yeah. Again, I think we'll end up having this conversation in depth when we do another Black Love series, because we can devote some time just to having the conversation as to Kenny and Devin's point about the intimacy counts, and then to your point about this age of age of consent. Right. Yeah, I think this will be good for us to just go into, and just because I do have thoughts about all of them. And again, I don't think we're going to ever fix it. This country is built on a lot of bad behaviors. And so, but again, we have evolved into knowing and coming to some consciousness about what these things we used to see. If y'all just watch old cartoons, like the Flintstones and all these other cartoons that we grew up with, man, there was a lot of things that the cartoons were like giving us, like abuse. The all of the different racisms, the colloquialisms of just teaching us things that are inappropriate, as though they were okay. Like I said, they got them now. So if you're watching a show on the internet, the cartoon, if it's about to be offensive, it tells you this was in the era of like,
right.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
They put the disclaimer out there.
Yeah, now. It's like that's crazy. So again, I just think just to start having conversations, I am very proud and appreciative of us, because we'll talk about things that people don't want to talk about, but hopefully it gives them an opportunity to articulate to others what is going on and what needs to be said, man. And so if we can help in any way to do that, shoot, I'm down with that. We done our jobs. And so yeah, I think this will come up again. We may end up doing one in July, maybe right around 4th of July, so to have that conversation. So yeah, it'll be good. Would you say cartoons taught harassment, stalking? They did.
Oh,
they did. Yeah, a lot of things. So all right, we are to the last part of the show, and it's gonna be good. Sounds like it. Shut up. My daughter over here shaking her own. Ready. Did my house. No. Yeah. All right, Brother Black is going to holler us for a second with Ready to Drive Again.
So recently I got back a few weeks ago from my trip to New York, which for many don't know, experienced a life-changing experience dealing with my sister going through a health crisis. And it took FedEx some 10 days to deliver me my keys. And I never realized how much I missed driving until it was taken away from me. Every day, where's my keys? Where's my keys? Now, I work from home, full disclosure, and on any given day, I'm happy and content to be in these four walls. And in fact, I don't need anything. I got just about anything in here. I could eat, drink, you can think of, all the creature comforts around. But the fact that I could not get up and get in my car and drive, it truly made me realize how much I missed the privilege of being able to get behind the wheel and the freedom to be able to do that. And experiencing that, I came at the top of this show and I discovered my two brothers, Brother Kenny and Brother Brenton. I walked in on a tail of them of discussion where they were talking about, from what I could gather, the value of time and family and how important that is in setting priorities. And it just went hand in hand with where I'm at this place in my life. I'm in a very new place where I was watching a show called Pariah. It's a series with Giancarlo Esposito. It's only 6 episodes. Do yourself a favor and watch it. Absolutely brilliant. He's the executive producer. And the very first line he starts off with in the series is, he says, "I'm tired of being a passenger in my own life." And the subsequent series shows you how he gets back involved in his life of crime, and he was leading his life with a family, and I don't want to give the plot away. And it got me to thinking that right before I took my trip to New York, I was immensely unhappy. One of the reasons I took the train is because I had this epiphany, great word that we talked about earlier, where I am not living my best, full, happiest life. I took the train because I wanted to use that time to reflect on where I am at this stage of my life. And I wanted to do some things differently. And ultimately, I came back having a greater appreciation for the decisions that we make, being in the right place at the right time, certainly family and friends. And I value the prayers that went up for my sister. And I thought about the line in the movie Shawshank Redemption, where he says, "Get busy living or get busy dying." I came back with a different mindset that I was going to get back out and take more control of my life. I make good money. I don't have the responsibilities of a wife or children. Live in a decent place. Got a pretty easy job. And yet, I'm not as happy as I used to be. And there are external reasons why that's the case. But a lot of these things are within my control. And I made a decision that I'm going to become more active in making me happy. That I've got to get out of my own space and get out of my own head and get back active. There's some real drawbacks to working from home that we don't think about. I miss people. I miss connections. I haven't been in a serious relationship in over 10 years. And a relationship is not going to come up and find my fat black ass. I got to go out and find it.
Right.
And friendships. Although I've developed those closely with you guys, for these 3 people on this show, I've never actually met you guys. I've got to do something about that.
Yes, sir.
And so I've got to get myself in a position where I've got to get behind the wheel and drive myself to happiness, because if I don't, nobody ever will. And so when I think about that line from both of those movies, I too am tired of being a passenger in my own life. And I don't want the world to keep passing me by, because when I hear that Bill Walton passed at 71, 2 members of our family recently had a stroke, and they're younger than I am. It makes you appreciate the value of life and how precious it is, and how we don't get to do-overs, and tomorrow is not promised to us. And we could think of a dozen more colloquialisms that would make sense. But the truth of the matter is, folks, our happiness is up to us. So one of the things that I've decided to do was, if you haven't noticed, I pulled way back from social media. I absolutely adore doing this show, and I hope to continue to do it because I love it. I even enjoy doing my own show. But some of the other things no longer make sense to me, because I've got to invest some more time into my health, my own happiness, and my own well-being. And that's where I'm at. So, folks, I'm behind the wheel, and I'm no longer a passenger, because I am about to spend these next few months taking in the sights, smelling the roses, and enjoying what's left of my life. And I'm proud to be able to say I'm ready to drive again.
All right, sir.
Already. That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
Black
put us all
man.
on our itinerary then. We're going to see.
That's what I'm talking about, brother.
Yeah.
Already.
Fantastic, man. That was very poignant. All right, listen, y'all. It
Always.
is final thoughts time. A great job, and thank you all for spending time with us this Memorial Day, observation day.
You got it. You got it. You got
learner now. Listen,
Yeah, you got it.
learn quickly. So
got
again, I thank my family and thank you all for chiming in, Miss Tamar, Darius, especially Craig and Miss Sherry. Good to definitely see you, and Bama Girl.
Yeah, for sure.
All y'all for coming in and sharing with us this time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's final thoughts. And Kenny, I know you made Devin proud today because, brother, you had her grinning up there.
Yes,
Yes.
What?
Sir.
I ain't. Nah, I was on my best behavior today.
Run that tape back. Yes, sir.
but let me say this on observation of Memorial Day. I want to definitely send a shout out to those family members that are remembering those that were in military. We definitely want to say, hey, we salute you. We appreciate your family members for sacrificing their lives for the betterment and for us in this country. And we can say what we want. Especially as Black folks, I'm gonna say this: when we talk about our relationship with this country, it's a dysfunctional relationship. As much as we love this country, sometimes this country don't love us back the same way we love them. But we wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So don't take our anti whatever it is. Don't take it as not we don't love it, because sometimes you just want to feel love too when we in this dark skin. So I want to say that on Memorial Day. And then my last thought on the day is it's always a great day to be a Green Bay Packer fan.
I'm sick of that. I don't need.
Don't nobody need to know that but you, sir. Nah, that's all good. We're gonna see you gonna keep that cup up when the football games get here. So yeah, let's see that. Sister, always thank you, and thank you and Kenny will be looking for those pictures of Mickey's horrible
Busted BBL. That's what it is.
Oh boy, there you go.
You go get the photos. But what I want to say is, it's funny that was what Black spoke on today, because Leah actually was having the same thoughts and figuring, and that's been on my mind heavy for like a while now, for like
Me too.
a week or two. And it's just weird that you're saying that, because I tell myself, only to myself, that I feel like I'm being pulled around by other people, and I just end up where I end up. And I'm allowing everybody to pull my emotions, pull my priorities, pull my obligations. And I just don't feel like I've prioritized myself and worried about what makes me happy. I kind of let everybody else tell me what should make me happy, what I should be doing, and how I should be leading my life. And as you just said, life is so short. And I do think we need to start figuring this thing out. Yeah. We can't dictate every bit of our lives, because we have bills and obligations and things like that. So we just need to figure out what we need to do in our space to be happy. And I'm that person that tells everybody that come, because I'm that person that a lot of people come to talk when they're going through something, because I'm a safe space. Really, I'm beyond it, because I don't give a damn. And it's not going to go anywhere. Like, after we talk, we're going to talk. I'm going to give you my advice. I'm going to hear you out. I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm going to check on you later. But I don't care enough to share your info with anyone or to think about it anymore past that point to where it's going to affect me negatively. So the one thing I always tell a lot of people is you need to be selfish. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you have kids. I don't care if you got a husband. But it's okay to be selfish. It only is going to make other people angry, but you only have one life. And when you're not selfish and something happens to you, those people that make you feel bad for their selfishness are the only ones who are going to have a problem with it. And they're not going to be there for you. So it's always okay to be selfish. And then now it's okay also to take my own advice. All right.
Bravo, sis.
Well, definitely. Thank you for that, ma'am. All right. Black is always encouraging us to think a little harder. Ms. Tamar says, I like that. Tired of being a passenger in my own life. Really forces a person to reflect. That's what he does, honey. He's not just going to give it to you, but he's going to give it to you. So, yes, sir. Thank you. Mind, body, and soul. All right, sir. Give me a final thought.
Mine's real short. My Memorial Day, since this is a day of observance, I'm thankful for you guys. I have a small circle of people that's important to me, and like Devin said, Sister Lady D, is selfishness gets a very bad rap sometimes, and I embrace that, and I talk about I lead a selfish lifestyle, and it kind of goes to, doesn't fall on the right ears all the times. But Lady D, you're nailing it, and that's where I'm at. I've been feeling this feeling of melancholiness for a long, long time, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. But I want to commemorate this day, since I don't have any family members that's in the military, by observing and being thankful for what you guys bring to the value of my own personal life and space. We only got 24 hours to live. There's other things we could be doing. And I'm so grateful to have family. I consider y'all family to show up and, keep me and my family in prayers. Brenton, the value of the calls you have made. Brenton doesn't just text you. He calls you and say, can I say a prayer for you? And I can't even understate that. Lady D, I don't want to bother you, but how's Sherry doing? And oh my God, you have no idea how it kept me up to be able to keep her up. And my brother from another.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my brother right there. All y'all, my brothers and sisters. And so I thank you guys for making today worth getting up for, because I wanted to see this family. And I definitely planned on, with God's will, I got to, before I leave this motor car, I got to meet each and every last one of you in person.
We gotta make that happen.
Yeah,
whatever way we gotta do it.
On the plane, don't
You said what?
We gotta make that happen.
I'm always thinking of a reason to get on the plane.
Wait, no.
We'll
Yeah.
get in a minute. Don't be hitting on my friend though, Black. If I bring my friend, don't be acting up.
No promises.
What she look
No
like?
promises. Lady D, I'm gonna be losing some weight too. Shit.
Hey, Lady D, I'm gonna hit. If she fine, I'm gonna hit on her.
What? All right, fellas. All right. Well, listen, D. I think you just better just go by yourself, honey.
Just give it to him. Like that.
Enough is enough, honey. Come on now.
Man.
Oh, great job. Listen, I appreciate everything that you all have done. I will say this in light of Memorial Day. I wanted to see if you all could tell me what is it that you observe from someone else that you would say that I will never forget that. Like if you had to say in observation of what you have learned over life, who would you give that credit to?
I can say this, man. My good brother that's above me, Brother Black. He's always been there for me in some certain situations, and I observed that, and he doesn't ask for nothing in return.
Yeah.
So
he got it. Yeah. All right. Well, who would you other two? Because folks be wanting to know who are you? You say you would admire as far as like that that impacts you in your thoughts. And
It's crazy. I don't have anybody that I can think of off the top of my head, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. No, hey, if you ain't got nobody,
right.
All right.
My brother-in-law, closest thing I've ever known to a father figure, so to speak, and taught me a lot about being responsible as a man.
Yeah.
Harold Clark Sr.
Very good.
I've heard you talk about him a lot.
Man, that is great. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all know I'm not gonna leave it like this. I could not believe when I scrolled through my doggone internet that I found a food that would done the same thing I seen some other food do before. I just could not believe it.
Here we go.
In remembrance of observation day of us observing, I want you to observe this food doing something I seen another food doing.
Oh, here we
Take
go.
a look. Told you to hop for no reason. It's not gonna work again though. It'll work. The same problem. It'll work. Watch your head. He's gonna hit his head. Watch your head.
I could not believe it.
Why did he jump? He could have just bent over and ran out.
Because the sensor would have let the girl.
But did you hear whoever his buddy was said, watch your head. watch your head. And obviously he didn't listen.
Dude, y'all know we've seen one person do this before. I said, another dummy? I just don't understand for the life. There's what you say, one food makes many?
Yep.
If I find another one, I'm gonna show it again because there's a lot of foods out there. And I could not believe that. So again, I just want y'all to know everybody's learning something from somebody, including dummies. So y'all just be careful out there when y'all see these dummies. So yeah, Tamar, they just ignorant. So again, on this Memorial Day, that is Lee, that's Kitty, and that's Devin. And until Devin goes on vacation, I guess we'll see y'all again soon.